Being in the game this long, it was a fairly easy transition, especially coming from the Rays. It's a good organization. So coming over here and meeting the people, front office, right down to the coaches and then the players. A lot of good people so far, which is always going to make the transition a lot easier. And then expectations coming in, we're in this off season, in my free agency period, I was just looking for a place to grow, a place to get better. The Phillies have reached out, and I've heard a lot of good things about them. So that was my biggest thing coming into this, is just finding a place that I could, obviously you want to get to the big leagues, but for me it was a place where I could grow personally, outside of the field and then also on the field. And I felt that this was kind of the best place for me to do that, given all things considered.
You're obviously a local guy, real local to Philly. Were you a Phillies fan as a kid?
Yeah, I was Philly everything growing up. Sixers, Eagles, Flyers, Phillies. Huge Philly fan. From an hour down the road, right outside of Philadelphia, suburb Upper Darby. So yeah, that was it's pretty cool being that close to home. The availability for friends and family to come up, and then also the availability on off days if we want, just to hop on down the road to see some family and friends. Speaking
of that, we happened to be down there in spring training shooting some video in the Braves game where you had, I don't know, 100 people in the stands, and we all knew them because they had Haley on the back and your number. What's that like that fans went down, and I'm sure family and friends, for a spring training game?
So I come from a part that the suburbs of Philadelphia that I come from are called Delaware County. Delco is what they call it. They travel really well. I come from a really tight-knit community, a lot of good people, man, blue collar, hardworking. Everybody cares about everybody. Really fortunate to have come from a place like that growing up, and a lot of those people I probably hadn't known personally, but that's just how Delco operates. The network of people, everybody knows somebody, and you're all intertwined. So to see that, you know what I mean, I don't think it hit me down in spring training fully, but going out to games and seeing people wearing your name on the back of a shirt or a jersey or whatever it may be was pretty darn cool.
So you're drafted by the Rays. You obviously played in Durham last year, and then you guys just finished playing them in a 6-game series. What was that like, playing against some of your old teammates?
Yeah, super cool. I got that question a good bit. Again, you play the game for a while, and coming from that organization, I had such a good experience there last year. Phenomenal place to play. Fans are great. Stadium's awesome. The city's awesome. So to go back there and experience some of that again was super cool, especially doing it from the other side. But just really grateful for where I am right now. But yeah, going down and seeing some old faces and was super cool.
So last year you played first, second, short, third, and left field. How key is that to have that versatility for your growth in an organization to make that next step?
Yeah, so for me especially, I think that's elongated my career up to this point. It's kind of the reason I'm still around. Obviously, offensively, you have to do your job there to stick around. But the versatility, giving the coach or the organization different places to plug you in, it's super valuable nowadays. And I transitioned to that probably 4 or 5 years ago now, and kind of have taken on that role and really enjoyed it. The change of scenery going out there, I feel like that's helped my game a lot, but just continuing to sharpen it, and definitely is going to be probably a super big reason why I would get to the big leagues.